Yes, the deciding game 3 now between OG and Team Secret. Fogs with he's going to be doing it without that sort of enabling support that's going to allow him to do much outside of his own individual toolkit.
It's going to be a lot of kiting, I feel like, from both sides. Very limited catch really being in the game. Like, I'm going to be watching bottom lane a lot because IO enables the Ursa to really be able to push the issue versus that Timber Saw. I don't know how this mid matchup goes. I don't think I've had to see Clinkz versus Ember. Clinkz does pretty good versus a lot of melee matchups because you literally just hit them. Yeah,
I feel Clinkz. I think Clinkz is going to do fine.
Yeah, it's a pretty good lane for him.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Nisha's gonna have to spend a lot of money on regen. So maybe he's gonna be able to get these last hits, but he's gonna have to spend that extra gold. So pops off. And yet it's eyes on Saksa. He's just gonna pull the waves. Okay, so that's gonna be the solution rather than having to deal with laning. To manipulate it, and Puppey, he's gonna just follow him. He's got the tether on the creep. He's just gonna hit him the whole way. And I think they were prepared for this to happen. You know, they have that ward already placed down early on from Puppey on the high ground, so they can just follow Saksa, keep tabs of him the whole time, and just keep hitting him with that creep.
Doing quite a bit of damage. With that, Seb coming across, trying to stop Puppey from going any further, but tether over to Matu. Going to be able to keep himself fine. And then what in that top lane? Is this a difficult one for mid one to farm into?
They should be able to clean up some Eidolons, but yeah, I think he's going to get slowed down a decent amount just because it's Enigma. You know, Enigma's always going to get those free denies off, and if Zai is careful, he should be able to protect the Eidolons, especially at this level. Note that he doesn't have splinter. Once he starts getting splinter best points, they can look to clean up those Eidolons, but first few levels, mid one will miss.
Sort of looking at this top lane, talking about Zai on the Enigma. Does this sort of strike you as a pretty solid Enigma game?
Yeah, looks really good. Very strong versus Timbersaw always. Like it a lot versus Wyvern pretty much at all stages in the game too. They both kind of counteract each other a lot, so I do like it. It's just a super strong hero right now. Nisha is just taking an absolute beating in the mid lane. So he's like we said, he's got 13 last hits, he's holding his own, but yeah, he's gonna have to spend a little extra on that regen. Bottles here, might have to bring extra. And I'm looking at OG, look at how many sentries they brought to the top lane. 3 sentries to be able to protect the Fever and just to protect maybe these like camps so they can try to get some pulls because Yapsor is being a nuisance. He's always just gonna walk over, block the small camp, block the pulls inside. Now no tail.
Now getting a little low here on the mid lane. Saksa did try for Nisha, but Nisha able to hold him back with the chains.
This is the reason we don't see Wyvern too often, is how weak he really can be in that laning aspect. Every time your Arctic Burn is used, you're just a liability. You're just really at risk of dying every time. Yapsor again, still level 1, but the most important thing he has to do in the game is block the pull. Do not let Wyvern reset the position lane. They will be able to get the Sentry Ward themselves. Now No Tail though, in some trouble. Yapsor on him again.
So pretty much able to walk in aggressively and step out of these boots and Windlace. You never really want to waste time chasing him. They can get a lot of free damage in on the 2 of them.
They're getting pretty low up here though. Do they have any regen on either? They don't yet on OG. They have a courier coming out with 1 set of tangos, but they're quite low. These Eidolons, it's going to start whittling them down pretty effectively. Mid one.
They're about to hit 2 on Yapsor.
Get onto him. Still level 1. He now hits 2. And oh yeah, No Tail has to go back to base. So he's running all the way back in mid one. That's gonna leave him pretty sad top.
The 4-minute rune. Gonna be down bottom. Nisha. He's not going to be able to pick this one. Can he go for the slide play?
Try.
Or
Saksa knows he's trying for it.
Oh, he tries, but Saksa able to grab that and make sure that Nisha doesn't get
10k game senses. And as the Earth Spirit leaves the bottom lane, Seb was actually doing pretty well down here, but as soon as the Earth Spirit leaves, he starts to get pressured. And an interesting item build from Seb. He's actually got double break. It's kind of rare. I don't see that on tip. Mid. They go for Thompson.
They can finish him off. They can. And they get Nisha out of it though. Saksa off the mark with the roll, but he is able to land the kick.
The dream as a support. Your mid laner dies, you TP in and get that experience. Very nice for Saksa. Good rotation from Puppey, something unexpected. You know, the IO making that TP move early on. He did see a nice opportunity for it.
Got it.
Isaiah is getting away with it. He's getting this full free farm up top. That's huge. A lot of the times you do see Enigmas. They start to get pushed away, especially when the Tusk does start to leave them, or their secondary support starts to leave them. Zai hasn't happened. Denying his Eidolons nicely.
And you feel what sort of a big part of the reason why he's able to play this well up top is because that No-Tail can only do so much as a Wyvern in this scenario.
Yeah, it takes you have to hit level 2 for your Splinter Blast to even be online, and you're really just, Arctic Burn is just such a liability spell in the laning phase. Doesn't really do much of anything as they just sustain right through it. And the book's almost going to be up there for, as they're bringing some even more reveal. Not gonna have to not worrying about relying on sentries this time around for the side of Secret. They're bringing Dust to try to kill the Weaver. This OG, as I said, they started with 3 sentries top. Doxa, looking for this another rune here. 3 seconds.
So this time Nisha keep it safe for himself. Not an offensive rune though. Still gonna try for something on Topson. Back up there for Saxa. Quick side of fist dodge. Will keep it safe for the roll. The dust is out. Topson. He is going to get taken down here as Nisha and Yaps are able to dive in under the tower. Kill. Get some good damage onto Saxa here. Full stick though.
Now,
Nisha. Regen rune going. Saxa. Is he able to cancel it? He is. Breaks the regen.
It's a little bit of a worry though that Topson is dead twice now. He does have the Falcon Blade. He is getting good farm in the mid lane, but you know, the panel did talk about it. It's very feast or famine for Topson in these games where he's either off to a killer start where he's just assassinating everybody, or he is dying a lot. It already has happened twice now. He's gonna have to back up and just resort to jungle as Nisha's having a really good start in mid.
Especially when stay playing with the regen, it was a little risky, and Seb taken down, can't escape in time with the chains.
Got it.
Saxa able to find the angle, dropping everything to make sure that Zai dies quickly without any time for Secret to come in.
Yeah, I want them to start getting pretty active with Topson. Every time he has like a death pact available, just start swinging around the Ear Spirits. They have good kill potential every time the Ear Spirit is able to set up on one.
It's a little bit of a free kill here each time he's in lane when Nisha or Matu's around.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
When they do get that 5-man death ball with Necro 3.
I think it's going to be incredibly important that No-Tail is able to get some huge Winter's curses off to stop them from diving in. But Matu's just coming in.
What?
Wait, what? Well, we got to get a replay on that. We got what the...
down. He didn't know.
But he just solo killed him. He just died solo.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wasn't timing with the Yules. Now cold embrace him, but Step, he's out of mana. Matu, is he going to be able to stay on top of him? Step, able to find a little bit of burst to get out to the side on the back line. Closes the gap on the Zai, but Puppy's over, keeping Zai safe, takes him over towards the side, gives space for Matu to finish off Saxa whilst they keep Zai alive. Matu wants to jump back in on this. He's thinking about it. He's going to go straight towards No-Tail. Seb, he's not in the air with the Yules. Matu committing with the enrage, holding his ground. He'll be able to finish up the Wyvern. Saxa rolls in. They've got Midmore coming across, but Matu's already picked up the kill over to the side. He's locking down Thompson. Buying time for Matu to swing across. Thompson will get the kill onto Zai, but he'll fall for it. They've popped the Aegis, but they've lost 4 on OG. Midmore, the only one alive. They catch him with the dust. They're ready for the chase. Nisha, is he going to be able to grab him with the chains? But no, Midmore's too quick. Away with the Shikuchi. They try to come hunting for him in the trees with that relocate, but Midmore is away. But they're 4 heroes down. Fair bit of damage, but again, Puppy's around to help out. Another turn. The Malvin on Saxa. Matu's just straight over the back lines. Tears down No-Tail. They bring down Saxa. It's 19-8. 6k lead coming in. Saxa, he's trying to move it onto Yapsor, but Puppy's brought Nisha over. They'll get the magnetize off, but Saxa's gone. Midmore trying to find Puppy here with the help at the back of the tops, and they do get the IO. Nisha's had to deal with a 4 of them, but he's able to break out with the Ronin jump. Watching from the side, he's looking for No-Tail. No-Tail immediately with the corner break. Will look for the bash. He's there. On to Thompson. Thompson goes down. 7-4 as well. No-Tail's also going to die. He drops the curse. Probably not the only curse that he's dropping right now, as this game's looking rough. OG, they've lost 5. And Matu just...
Out of the fight, Matu's able to hold its ground. Now it's an 11k advantage. Oh, and more mid one.
Oh no. Is he going to be alright? Has he got any way out of this? He's got the time with the bash!
Oh,
he gets bashed! He didn't press the ult and he got bashed. I guess he wouldn't
Right
have.
on him.
They found Thompson. Next next to him, Zai's going to jump. They drop the black hole onto the two of them. It's just two more easy kills here for...
They just know exactly where OG is. Look, they're even pinging right now. Matu to go protect them. To relocate.
Matu's going to move in onto Steph. He's been out. The curse is going to be dropped to cancel the TP. Puppey will fall. Matu with the BKB commits onto No-Tail. He'll get one. He's turning towards Midbon. Midbon, he's got to hope that he doesn't get bashed here. He's going to get bashed. He gets the time lapse up, but it's straight into the snowball. Dust is out with the Shikuchi Midbon. He's hiding. Matu's ready to chase. Are there any more bashes here?
He's got
from Matu. He's going to be able to blink if he wants to chase. He certainly does. He wants Midbon. Midbon should be fine though. Shikuchi again able to save him, as this time Midbon will get out alive. But he's straight over. They're still trying to chase, but now back up here. They do kill Nisha actually. They're able to get him. The time has been bought for Secret to turn up. Matu's guys again straight for No-Tail. No-Tail actually has to separate himself this time. They've got the silence down and Matu gonna come on. Matu pops the enrage. He's still got the BKB. He's gonna pop his tag. He's down. Turn one step. Puppey comes in with the tether, keeping him alive. The snowball comes up for Yap. So Matu finally he's gonna be able to live. He's gonna be able to live. He gets out of there. Puppey with the save. They've killed off a fourth. The Saxon goes down. I mean, it's just too much for OG. God. It's too much. They cannot deal with. Will get away.
And there's just at this point, there's no itemization that the Clinks and the Weaver can do to protect themselves. There's like Yapso's level 18. This Clinks is level 17.
I mean, Yapso's going for it in the mid.
He just did.
All right. I mean, he's got the backup. He will die for this, but Matu's been able to get in onto No-Tail.
To wash your blood from my
Matu get another one out of this. No Saxa rolling away. I mean, he loses his life.
He far left side of the map, so at least OG is going to be able to get some time to farm on this right side. I say they're going to get time, but look at Matu. He's just a single-man force running into the enemy triangle.
I mean, he really is. He's just running at them alone. He's able to just step up, take down No-Tail, and it feels like very little can be done to stop him. They're going to try and turn. He pops the enrage. He's got the back of a Yapso. If they turn to lock down Saxa, Saxa tries to roll away, but Matu, he's got the bashes, takes down Saxa. Time that's from Midbon, keeps him alive. Matu is getting rather low. And they finish him off here. They count the ones as the edge is gone, but now the backup's in. Nisha comes over the chains onto Midbon, onto Steph. Midbon trying to run, but they've got the magical with the shards and the remnants. They take down the Weaver, they take down the Timbersaw. Triple kill for Matumbaman as his game continues to go untouched.
Finish the next few items as bam, twin blade done.
There as well, another item faster than the patch fastest here from Matu.
Yep. This is the best Ursa game I think I've ever seen, honestly. Ripping them all to shreds with ease as
I mean, Thompson and Midbon are looking for action up here. They're going to find Puppey.
Puppey.
He's got the Ghost Scepter. He's fine. Matu's actually going to jump straight in.
Got No-Tail.
He's going to go straight in onto No-Tail. Look over towards Saxon. Saxon's able to roll away. Matu turns towards Midbon, but Midbon gets the time lapse off in time. They've got the detection out, Dust in place. They roll straight over towards him. They lock him down.
God.
No chance for Midbon in another fight.
They're relocating. They're cutting them off. Saxa heads north.
And Nisha.
Nisha's on his tail.
Straight in with the remnants. Can they find him? Saxa. Oh, he's very far away with that. Cliff.
2, 7, and 5 this week.
One stab.
Fully addressed and stab.
Oh, Matu's just in again. Every time he sees No-Tail, he just goes straight away onto the Wyvern. No holding back from Matu. A step towards step. Getting low. The disarm comes to an end. Matu picks up another. He's over towards Thompson. He'll take Saxa instead as Saxa presents himself, rolls in. Matu quickly tears him apart.
24-0-12.
Dire's top tower.
322 last hits. My God. Thompson, he's setting up the army.
Dire's top tower.
What can Thompson and Midbon do? They're going to try poking at Matumbaman.
Don't poke the barrel.
No, he's going to get mad. He tries to TP out.
Has fallen.
He's got the backup. Yapso's in. Nisha jumps towards the back lines. Midbon having to use the time out to get away. No-Tail. He's getting taken down by Nisha. A lot of damage coming out from Thompson and Midbon though. Nisha's in there. Underneath the skeletons. Nisha. He's gonna go down. Size him with the black hole though. The counterplay is there, but Midbon's off to the side and Midbon's able to get the damage done. Him and Thompson get another. They'll turn over now toward Yapso. See if they can bring this down. Midbon's gonna separate himself from the bear. Saxa getting low. Midbon punched up by Yapso. collapse on mid one, trying to Shikuchi away. He managed to keep himself safe. There's been the setup here from the curse. OG, they've got the lockdown onto Matumbaman. He's holding the BKB. He's trying to run with the physical from Thompson and mid one. It's a lot. Thompson fighting out the bear, waiting for the rage to come to an end as they turn. They take down Poppy. They take down Matumbaman as well. It's a triple kill for mid one. OG.
Fight there. Usually he should be able to just swing himself out because he's got 33 armor. He's out to level 25 too. He's got Elven Tunic. He's got all this evasion and stuff. So he is very tanky. Just did overcommit a little bit. See hand a bit. Still in a very comfy spot.
Radiant's
As
bottom
Matu,
tower
they're gonna check
is
out that
under
rush.
attack.
It's gonna spawn. Kill it with looks to start committing. And can OG, I don't know if OG can actually swing over there. That does not look like a fun
They
place
can't
to
get her in time against an Ursa.
and
too quickly.
Secret's actually expecting them to, though. Look at Matu. He hasn't started yet. He just keeps prepping the overpower for someone to show on this ward.
I mean, maybe he kind of wants them to come over, you know?
I think so. They use buyback. So if he sees Thompson, he kills
Dire
Thompson.
are
Or
scanning.
it's just game over, right?
Yeah.
There's no clinks then. So, yeah, really looking to scout. They're even sending the necro books around that ward to see if there's anyone invis, kind of checking it out. Very patient here from Secret. And they're under ward vision, so they smoke, but it's under that vision of OG. So OG is aware of it.
I mean, and for OG, do you want to take this fight around the pit?
Doesn't seem like a great place to fight versus BKB Black Hole. Seems like a really tough way to actually approach it. And now to refresh for Shard too. Want to give that to Nisha? I like it for Nisha. Refresh all those fire remnants. Might just give it to Zai anyway, but yeah.
They're going to try and make the move in onto Matumbaman. Yule's here waiting some time in the enrage. Matu getting taken out for now by Puppy. Over to the side. Nisha having to step away from Thompson and his skeleton army. And move over towards Nisha, chasing him down, forcing him to jump back yet again. A lot of damage onto the Ember. Matu waiting for the chance to get back in on this. And watches from the high ground.
Mid one's starting to hurt. He's level 25, so he's got that extra Geminate too. And now he's got Scotty. So he is starting to hit them pretty hard. Matu, waiting for an opportunity.
He's going to go for it.
Got the enrage.
Jumps in, gets the bash. He's got enough damage. The Cold Embrace will come out. Buying some safety here for mid one. BKB's out on the side. He's able to go for it immediately. Put us up with the Witch's Curse, but he doesn't matter. The bash comes out. Onto mid one. Mid one will want the buyback. There's Thompson. He's got the physical damage to take down Zai. Seb's still alive for now. Now the turnover towards Saxon Seb. He's getting low. Matu, can he quite finish him off? The Cold Embrace from no touch. Seb's safe for now. Seb's still alive there. The chain out to the side. A Seb will live. The Chakram turn is here, but burst him out. He get caught by the shards. Zai goes down. Puppy tries to TP out, but Matu, he's been left in the front of this all. As they're able to pick him off as well. He's out for 100.
Are under attack.
He'll die here though. The last of the dinosaurs. As Matu. He's on to mid one. Mid one, he's been chained. Look at the Cold Embrace. Winter's Curse knocks down Matu. Zai's getting in position for the black hole. He's going to be able to drop it. He's going to be able to find the three of them. He's locked down. Mid one. He's going to go down. He buys back straight away. Get back in on the action though. Over to the side. Nisha being locked down. They've lost tack to the move. They're off to Thompson. The Cold Embrace buys some safety, but Matu's just able to build up the swipes. Thompson caught straight in front of the bear. As he goes down for good. Dead for 2 minutes. Secret roll over towards No Tail. Somehow OG are still holding on. I mean, last time round it was a 27k lead. We saw OG being able to push it back down to about
Double damage empowers me.
nearly sort of half that. Now the challenge has definitely been up to another level.
Yes.
Now
They haven't really
36k.
picked up any other items either, really. Like, Thompson has 4k, but they've had to keep using these buybacks constantly to come back into the fights to have a chance in them, so they haven't really picked up much about it.
Go for Seb. Seb getting a lot of stacks here built up upon him. The Winter's Curse. Lock down Matu, give chance for Seb to try and get out of it. Beneath onto the back lines. He's in onto No Tail. No Tail posts the glimmer to try and keep himself safe. Seb and No Tail both rather low. The DD's been popped by Nisha here and over to the side. He's got the black hole. Snaps the throw straight into it. He drops the black hole. Takes down the two of them as he locks down both mid one and Sax. So they're both out of the game for 2 minutes. And now they move over to catch Thompson as well. As Thompson, he'll try his best to run. Well, they've got the catch with the chains to bash. Thompson's down. He does have buyback, so does No Tail, but this time it's going to be 100 seconds without mid one and 80 without Saxa.
And mid one, the play that he goes there with stocks that they try to take Zai out of the equation, just kill him before anything. But he just midnight pulls black holes the two of them, and they actually just die for the attempt, pushing him away. And now he did pop the refresher shard immediately. He's got another black hole ready.
He has. I mean,
and
pretty
it's just the timber and the clinks.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna hold either one of them.
Tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
one of those would definitely end the game here, if it's not going to end already. The Secret with 44k lead, ready to claim the Megas.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What OG's got left of themselves here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
They gotta just watch.
Dire's
Just wait till they have the Wyvern up before you do get caught. At least you have a way to prevent one of the black holes a little bit.
Zai, pop them in that box down. He knows the stacks and tried to reclaim the gem. They're moving in onto Steph. He's in trouble. He needs help, and he needs it now. Cold Embrace helps him for a little bit of a moment. Curse will look down for the sniper size in. That goes down onto Thompson and onto Snowtail, as that should be enough to end the game. There'll be a buyback coming out from Notail. The lowest off by a little time. Notail jumps in. Cold embraces himself. He's got nothing else to offer here. As Matthew moves over to the Wyvern, GG is called, as Secret will finally be able to close out this game through a quite a lead here. 53k gold advantage at the end of it all. As OG, they certainly fought well whilst behind, but just not enough to shake Secret off their road to glory here in this third game, Fog.
No, they fell apart.